Each year, thousands of tourists make the trek from Belize to an island off its coast. The island of San Pedro attracts these thrill seekers for many reasons, among them the fact that one of the world's largest barrier reefs is right next door. But there's one part of the island these tourists do not see. In the TCPT missions team journey this week, we went to San Pedro and saw what can only be described as devastation. When you think of an island paradise, you may not think of a place like Belize City. It's crowded, busy, and nowhere near what you imagine as a lush tropical getaway. But just beyond the shores of the mainland lie more than 200 islands. Among these rich places of beauty is the island of Ambergris Caye. While it's just 25 miles long, Ambergris Caye is the largest island of Belize. In the last 30 years, this destination has become a must for tourists. The island's largest town, San Pedro, is now regarded as a place of better work opportunity for Belizeans. There are numerous businesses and even schools. One of the largest is a Catholic school where there are 850 students. But hidden away within this place of beauty is a secret.
On the north end of the island, you have people of wealth, people who have moved in from Europe, people from the United States, Canada, and on the south end you have wealth. But right in the middle, you'll find about 400 children and their families, the immigrants, have moved in. They're the people who clean the houses. They're the people that work in the restaurants. They're the people who work in the landscaping of the resorts. But every night they got to go home to this location where they've built little shacks. But they're looking for opportunity. But they're living right in a swamp, and it's the trash dump.
Just going over the bridge from one side of the bridge to the other is it's like two different worlds. It was devastating. I mean, you see people who literally walk out their door and throw their trash. They just take it and like practically throw it out the door. And it's just crazy because that's all it is trash just piled everywhere.
It was rough. I felt bad for the people, but it made me dislike the government a little bit more to think that they would actually sell that piece of land for someone to have to live on. I mean, it's a good thing because they're giving them a place to live, but I mean, it's not, to me, it's not what I would say worthy enough to live on, because it's where everybody goes and throws their trash, and it's like me going to throw my trash in your front yard. You're not going to like it very much.
Many children who attend San Pedro Roman Catholic School live out here in what is known as the San Pedro dumps. Here you can see trash and debris everywhere, oftentimes where children want to play.
Seeing all that garbage and everything, we took pictures of it and all that. It's just, it's sad that somebody has to live that way, and again, you want to change it, but you don't know how. And thinking of all the things we take for granted, like, you know, just playing soccer with the kids, they play in these conditions with the garbage all around, with ditches, with rocks, pebbles everywhere, without shoes. I mean, I can't handle, you know, being in all of that. I'm afraid I'm going to hurt my ankle and everything else, and they play in those conditions. That is life to them.
One of the things we find out in the dump there on San Pedro, that children sleep all night, and while they're sleeping, we thought, what was wrong? Did they have skin disease? But we found out they were sleeping, and all night long they were being bit or fed on by mosquitoes.
Illegal dumping has long been a problem in Belize. Some say that years ago there were no garbage trucks on San Pedro, therefore no garbage disposal system. Now the country is battling this issue, but solutions have so far been limited. Those caught dumping illegally can be ticketed, but once a pile is formed, it seems to take on a life of its own.
It's something that's it's very hard to take in, you know, when you first kind of drive in or walk in and just kind of look around and you see almost like a hopelessness, you know, like there's no point in even trying to clean up. There's no point in trying to do anything. I mean, just in the couple minutes that we were standing there, I mean, we were getting eaten up by mosquitoes, you know, and I know that a lot of that has to do with the trash that they're living in, and not only mosquitoes, but they have all other types of, you know, diseases and infections and just things that they have to worry about because it's an unsanitary place to live in, you know. And this is where, you know, their kids run out and play every day, you know, and people's yards, it's just literally just trash, you know, and so it's very hard. It's something that, you know, just looking at it just falls very heavy on your heart.
Ultimately, DCI Missions and others who work regularly at the dump site say while solutions are limited and seem small, they can go a long way. Their #1 goal now, preventing disease.
One of the best things we do is bring groups out there with inexpensive screen material and staple guns and make life much better for a single mom that's cleaning resorts or washing dishes, or the dads out there, you know, doing the landscaping, and we can make their living conditions much better.
They are small steps, but in a place like this, those steps can make a world of difference.
Looking at people's needs and just trying to meet those immediate needs, you know, as best you can. And you know, if there's a way to be able to help them clean up the trash, then yes, you know, try to do it. But at the same time, it's like, you can't, you know, that's the place that, and maybe that's the place that they can afford to live in at the moment, you know, and you just, you know, try to do your best to help them with whatever you can at that moment, and just, you know, of course, hope that, you know, one day they can live to see something better or different.
Next week concludes this special report. Follow us as the team visits a juvenile detention center in Belize, where they make life-changing discoveries. That's next Sunday at 9.